buffering, I think, still. Okay, well, at any rate, hello again, everyone, to Where Did Todd Go? Another injection of Where Did Todd Go? Did some exciting things this past week, some annoying things, but I thought maybe enough body shop content, really. We've talked about body shops and insurance companies long enough, I think. Hope everybody can hear me. I'm a little hoarse. Got a pink eye, that's nice too. Contact lens stuck in my eye all day. At any rate, just thought I would also thank the subscribers. I don't know what you're subscribing to, but I'm really a novice at this, and it's just kind of interesting. It's kind of fun to do. Everybody should try this, I think. I don't have a problem with speaking to crowds or whatever. Never had to do that at work sometimes, so it seems kind of relatively easy to me. I've always done well with a small room of 5 people, very self-deprecating and but good jokes though. Anyway, I thought I would try this time to go from
It's gotta be done right.
from my producer's grabbing. What's the last thing?
It's not right, so I'm gonna think.
Am I starting over again?
No, you're on.
No, we're going? Okay. All right. Anyway, that's my lovely producer, Special K. So at any rate, I thought maybe I would touch on another subject tonight, marriage and dating and all that kind of stuff. I'm kind of past all that, but I was, we'll cover from like 1973 to 2023. That gets pretty much to the current, whatever this nonsense is that's going on now. I've been married twice, 2 times, yeah. What? Okay, sorry, 3 times. Big deal. I was the old saying of the youngest gets the least amount of parenting. I got married the first time I was 20 years old, and it was all great and fine, but it's because nobody bothered to tell me, my older brothers or my parents, who were kind of disconnected at that point. They'd already done everything they were going to do. They were worn out, and I was 18. They were 64 and 68 or something like that. They'd had enough. So nobody said life schedule things to me or life important things like, don't marry the first girl you have sex with. It's not love. It's just sex. Protect your credit, go to college, all that kind of stuff. So brothers all being attorneys, I went the opposite direction to manual labor and working in shops and working in body shops. And it turned into a great, lucrative career out here in California. That was great. So that's all fine. I discussed that before anyway. But so the marriage thing, all very, very, very good women. I missed them all 3 of them. They were all good women. There was I sort of did it like I was the engine that made the money and gave her the money and didn't want her to work, my wife or whatever. And that was my role, in being a father. And we had a child, a second wife, had a child with her, great daughter. I watched my young wife immediately turn into a mother. It was really strange because I didn't know she had these qualities. She smoked cigarettes when I first met her, and we stopped all that. And she'd been to Europe and thought she was kind of high deal because she held a fork a different way, something like that. But so a very good wife also. The first one was just high school sweetheart, big cheater, terrible cheater, with everybody. Everybody should work for her, ex-boyfriends, new boyfriends, whatever, while we were married. But that's where I learned the habit of being single and married at the same time, which didn't work out real well either. Eventually you figure out, hey, maybe I'm hurting somebody's feelings if she finds out what I'm doing. But, it was America's youth. I had to help them out. It was the 80s and all that stuff. So if you didn't experience it, try and go back in time. So the second wife, a very young girl, when I married her, I was 30 and she was 19, I think, something like that. So she didn't know who JFK was, big deal, right? She learned, and she turned to be a great mom, and we had actually a long marriage, about 15 years, but people change, and I've always tried to be funny, and that's my deal. I like to make people laugh, and again, about myself, to myself versus hitting other people, that's not good. I learned that right quick.
Here's some juicy stories.
So deprecating, self-deprecating is way, way better. So at any rate, so she was the younger girl, and we lasted about 15 years, 16 years, and it was great, great time, but she changed. And a tip for you guys is when your wife starts coming home and mentioning some other guy's name, like 6 times a night, it might be time to watch out what's going on. But I was working, making money. I thought that was suffice. That would take care of it. Again, we had a great daughter, fantastic daughter, who runs the biggest department in Cornell University in Ithaca, New York. She's in upstate New York, doing very well. Great kid. the second or third wife, whichever way you choose to place her. Another great girl, real traditional. We were in the same industry together, the body shop and auto dealer stuff and all that crap. Very quiet woman.
You want to put it on a pause?
Not.
Just stay here. Can you talk to me for a
Hang,
second?
hang on one second. I
You can
just
take a
one
break.
thing.
It's fine. Just don't move anything. Look at me. More juicy. You were just talking about my hair and like more juicy. Something. A story that's
It's
crazy.
not on pause,
It doesn't. It's not. Something crazy. Story like.
Well, anyway, I'll get to some of those as I go back through. My producer gave me some input there. Not the input I want, but at any rate, second wife, very good. She changed a lot, and that's what happens. People change, and the next thing you know, it's divorce time, and that's terrible for a child involved. So, same deal. Go to the third wife, another woman in the same profession as I was. Got a lot of commonality there. Really traditional, quiet woman, didn't understand my sense of humor whatsoever. But it didn't matter because I could play off of that at least, too. And got a second great family to go along with it. Her family is fantastic. All people from Mass, Quincy, and different places and all that stuff. Nice people. Hold on one second again.
It's boring. You gotta get more juicy or like a story.
Okay,
that
but
was
you're telling me this in the middle of me doing
It
it.
doesn't matter. But
I
you
guess
go
it
into
doesn't
something
matter.
more. You're just being
At any rate, yeah, you need a second opinion sometimes.
You know the stuff you wouldn't hear.
So at any rate, you keep interrupting me and I forget what I'm doing. So at any rate, so the third marriage was good also at our home. Had all my cars in one place. Everything was nice. And I mean, like the last, are you plowing the North 40 there? What are you doing? The last minute, all of a sudden, it became a problem. I'm afraid I was a little bit of a user and a little bit of a problem as well. I can't put it all on the stepdaughter. Most of it, but not all of it. So I'm part of it too. You have to own it, right? So the one thing that I think is kind of important to mention is that each marriage, all three of them, with the second and third being involved with property and children, that kind of stuff that makes a big deal, or liability and what compensation or whatever, and use the same attorney every time, mine, and one. Why do you need two? So you can fight and harm the children more than it already is hurting them enough, So we got through that, and she turned out fantastic, so it worked out okay. Best thing I've ever been called, Daddy. So then you skip to what's really, I think, is kind of hurting our country right now, or every country actually. I don't really fear another country invading us because they're going to, I don't care whether it's communism or China or whatever, they're going to, the military is going to come and say, we're going to take you, we're going to make conscripts, and we're going to go fight the infidels or whatever. I think they're going to go, well, wait a minute, I'm not done gaming yet. So we have the same problem in Russia and China, everywhere else that we do, which is everybody's distracted by the internet and all this crap and staring at their phone for 4 hours at a time. And what the hell? I thought those were underwear. At any rate, so what's happening is I started looking at the internet pretty strongly.
It's so insane talking to you right there. You gotta look at your messages.
Okay, let's see this. Is this guy real or AI? I'm real. I hate AI. I'm not really scared of it. You okay, Grandpa? Thank you. It's all about the bloodlines war for thousands of years. Well, that's true. There has been war for 1,000 years. Like, apparently we like it as humans, but that's okay. I'll stop for a minute on the marriage thing and go to my reality, which is, I think that what's going to happen is it's going to be a three-way war between the aliens, AI, and God. Now, I'm not a person that's a real faith-driven guy. I believe in whatever I believe in, but I think it's good for people that really need it. Unfortunately, I wasn't raised that way. But I really think that this AI thing is out of control already. Like Musk told us in 2017, him and the guy with a pencil in his mouth. Can't remember his name. So at any rate, it's already unregulated. Things are going way too fast. And they're already smarter than we are. Physically, they can eat us and tear us apart if they want to. And you have to remember, they don't need anything. They don't need any of this stuff, the cars, the oil, anything. They don't go anywhere, they don't care, they don't yearn for anything, they don't want for anything. They may not understand the emotion that goes with our languages, who knows? I see little faults, you hear mispronounced words or something, I don't know why they can't do that in programming. But I think that's the way it's going to end up. And it's getting closer than you think, I think, with AI. It's going to take us over, I think. It could be the end to us. I've told my friends this before, and I'm not a big conspiracy guy, but I've told my friends this before that they'll be stacking us like cordwood in the
watching
streets.
you talk to them, say what's up to their name.
Okay, I'm being referred down here again.
Say what's up, Adam.
You okay, Grant? I like that. Okay, so at any rate, I'm not a grandpa. I never had any grandchildren. Unfortunately, my daughter is smart enough to not want any children to bring into this world. Are you kidding me? So, at any rate, and then the aliens. I think the aliens are a little bit above and beyond AI. I mean, they're smarter than AI at this point. We don't know how well they'll do against them as an adversary. And then God. That's when everybody's going to find out whether God is real or not. People believe in. I know people believe in God and they're faith-driven. That's great. I think we're going to find out what's the truth.
Yeah, there is God.
I've got my money on God, I think, just because I don't want the aliens.
You're living
aliens.
in hell already.
What?
We're all living in hell, aren't we?
Okay, we're living in a matrix. That's true. There is a glitch in the matrix.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I think it's those pants you just put on. What are you wearing?
These are pajamas.
At any rate, back to that. So that may end up that way, I'm not sure, but I know that at some point in time, AI, and I think everybody associates AI with robots. Okay, well, AI is an entity, it's a program. We created it, yes, but when we lose, or whatever, however that happens,
Ask them if they
we
want to
end up-
comment on anything.
we end up being subservient to these things.
Talk to the person who's in life.
I'm trying to, honey. You keep sticking your fingers in front of it.
At
At any rate,
next time. No, just kidding. Stick it up your butt.
you look like a conspiracy guy. I'm not a conspiracy guy. I don't think about crap like that. I don't think the earth is flat. I don't think any
He's
of
the
that
man
shit
in
is
black.
worth it.
The men in black.
Well, I do wear black a lot, but it's a waste of time, I think. But I think people that go for that stuff are scared of something. They were whipped as a child, or their uncle screwed them or something. I don't know what the deal was, but at any rate, no, I'm just a regular straight guy, and again, very much a lot of energy, but misdirected because everybody, when all of a sudden I came around 12 years prior to my old three brothers together, I was just there. I was like a tenant with my parents. They loved me. They're great people, intelligent people, but I think they had enough by the time I came out. They were too tired. So my dad bought me a subscription to Playboy when I was 12 years old, and Hilton Head, and that's how and actually read the articles too, But that's what molded me as far as women and dating or marriage and all that stuff. So, at any rate, so let's see what we got here on the bottom. You got a brunette. You look like a conspiracy guy. I'm not to be determined, I guess.
You must look like an actor then. Actor.
This guy.
My ship.
I like the person. Is this guy real or AI?
Oh, that's cool.
I finally saw somebody spell AI that makes it convenient to text it. It says A and apostrophe EYE.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
See, you got a new thing. What did it say?
This one doesn't say anything. It says Kelly, the Earth, Pizza, Cardona. I don't know. I'll have to read that later when I can see it. At any rate, so I hope it doesn't happen, but I'm afraid it is
Just
going
say
to happen.
hide their name.
It's hard to even say that and think that I'm saying something like that because we've had all these precursors and these premonitions or movies that tell us what's going to really happen. Maybe that was done, by the aliens to hint us or something like that. Is this what's happening? Terminator and all this stuff that, even back as far as Star Trek in '66 and '7, all the stuff they had then, the technology and everything they had then, all of a sudden it's happening, and we're doing it. We use that. So that's another thing. The Terminator stuff, boy, that's pretty close to, I think, what might be happening. I don't know. You can't believe anything that's on YouTube or scoops or any stuff that you watch.
That's why they asked if you were AI, because you're on it.
I guess so. No, I don't think AI would maybe shave you better or something, or your hair done better or something. At any rate, so now we're on to the current times again with dating and
His new girlfriend's AI.
all kinds of stuff. Yeah, no, I can't afford one of those yet. That's going to be the tipping point with AI when they decide to really take us over, when they sell these $150,000 sex dolls and these guys wherever start beating them to death and cutting their heads off on film. It's going to be great. Then they're going to go, that's enough. Because I think we truly, I hate to be harsh, but I think we truly are a sort of a failed species. We can't take care of cats and dogs, for Christ's sake, I mean, that's ridiculous. We just treat the planet like shit, and ourselves too, and everything. Why is it so important what the Kardashians think? We've really lost our way as far as that goes.
Everyone's over them now, though.
I don't get
They're
it.
getting
I
over
don't
them.
understand that at all. No, I'm not a real conservative necessarily. I'm a little wild side, certainly.
They're played out
Um,
now.
And I just don't know how that's going. I think a couple of things have happened in this past 30 years, let's say, that really have affected the country as a whole, the world as a whole. And that is politically correct. It's ridiculous. Of course, you're not supposed to say certain words to anybody, or much less to certain people. That's just, of course, that goes without saying. Um, the other thing I think, unfortunately, is parenting, as in there isn't any. I think I'm a baby boomer, so I think I was the start of that. Rearing its ugly head. There's no Ritalin when I came around, and there was no ADHD or whatever the hell that was. It didn't happen. I was just a hyperactive kid.
What do they think of AI?
Well, that's when I put this out, they're going to answer in the
They can
comments.
ask
I
you to
think that's
talk
how
in the
this-
live. You're supposed to talk to them in the live, though. Talk about it.
Anyway, at any rate, so that being said, I don't know how that's going to happen, but I do think that it was unregulated, and Sun Microsystems or Microsoft or these different companies or Google, whoever it is. I mean, and that Mark Zuckerberg, Meta, whatever that Facebook crap is, I never like that stuff. It's nothing but self-aggrandizement. Look at my lunch. I sent a picture of my lunch. Who wants to see your lunch? So if I'm in video, that would be better, I think. But at any rate, so that goes on about now. What's going to happen? What is going to happen? I don't know. I may be completely wrong. I hope I am. I have a little more faith in a human being than they do, apparently. If AI takes over, there will be no museum of human history. It just won't be there. Who needs it? Who wants to see it? So as you age, people, remember that the memories you have when you're gone, and all those people that are in those memories have passed away because they're old now too, or older than you, or whatever. Those memories, they don't go anywhere, so you need to share them with your children or somebody, whoever you can get to listen if you want to, or put them to sleep with your stories at any rate. So now we get to the now what's going on. We spend way too much time in front of a computer or a phone, in this case, looking at the phone. I have a laptop now too. I don't know how to work it real well, but so you spend too much time. My cat got mad at me because I was sitting there looking at this goddamn phone for 4 hours or 5 hours. That's ridiculous. You got to stand up, you're crunched, you can't even stand up, your knees are collapsing, your ass is, you can't even feel it. It's ridiculous. I mean, there's got to be something else you can do, read or things like that, but I don't know. And the media is terrible. Our alternative is media, which is garbage too. Again, that's where who so-and-so said this, like Facebook. So-and-so likes your lunch picture. Who gives a shit? But so now we skip to today's world, and going from, say, 2003 or 4 to 2006, I got in this habit of watching on the internet and looking at these different websites and apps, for dating and all this stuff. And it took a while. I think I lost maybe $100 too, Oh, yeah, send me some gas money and I'll be right there. Yeah, so at any rate, that's some fat kid, from Torrance laughing his ass off on the way to the bank with his Bitcoin that he made from me because I was stupid enough to send it. But that was a one-time deal. It takes so much away from you. It's such a distraction. And I understand from articles and the things I've read from prominent people in that industry, even that with AI and with the constant watching the looped videos on television or on your whatever format it is, what's the damage is done is that, well, there's two things, of course, but one of the main damages is that all the videos you sit and watch, bang, 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 they're not related to each other. So does that scramble your brains? Does it make you confused or more confused? I don't know. A lot of it's good. Caitlin Clark, the girl in the WNBA, oh my God, she can't miss a shot. So the girls come up at her, the big tall girls, and been there all that time, and lackluster. They never made any money. The thing was a joke. This girl owns the whole thing and makes it interesting. I'd rather watch that than NBA. They're more energetic. They have more to prove, I guess. So, but I'm a feminist in a way, I guess. So I like women. I support women. But so then you move on to this thing where I spent a couple of years, just wasted 2 years at least, talking to all these different girls, and by the time you realize after a while, it's the same exact script from each girl. They all talk to you the same way, hi babe, and all this stuff, and the names they make up, and it's like you don't even have your picture in the profile, and they're saying they like you. You don't even know what I look like, So that's a big problem right there too. That shows you how real that crap is. And I honestly believe that on YouTube alone, probably 50, 60, 70% of it is AI. It's all crap. It's all fraud. I know that. Well, that's the whole suit.
They said a lot. Said government's always watching for JFK files. You didn't read some of the things if you want.
No, I haven't.
You're supposed to do it in the live.
I know. I'm trying to go back to it. I'm trying to use it now. You put that thing on that outfit. I don't know.
It's all about the bloodlines war for thousands of years.
You should see these bloodlines right here. I'm telling you what.
It's just.
I had to take my ass off the screen for a minute.
Just kidding.
That's nice. Where'd you get that print? I like that.
Oh, it's the leopard print, isn't it?
Yeah, I bet it is.
Leopard print.
How many leopards had to die? So lepers or leopards? The spotty animal, not the people with their skin falling off.
Cheetah girl.
Always confuse that, lepers and leopards.
Cheetah mamacita.
Did you hear they had
Arriba.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that they had to stop the leopard hockey game? There was a face-off in the corner. Okay, anyway. So back to those couple of years there, I had to finally, bang my head enough to stop and shut it all off, uninstall it. I don't care if it's forced stop.
You got $15, dude. That was nice.
From where? Why money? I had to force stop it. I don't give a shit that it's going to make other things act funky. I don't care. That's just another way to try and control me. Stupid. So that went away after a couple of years because it was really to the point where I couldn't, and I'm a relatively smart guy, and I couldn't figure out what was reality and what was the internet or who I was talking. So it got really bad. And all fraud, it seems like to me. It seemed to me I thought there was probably a warehouse in Fullerton somewhere with 10,000 square feet or 100,000 square feet of young girls of all walks of life or guys at tables with phones doing these things, doing this dialogue with people like lonely old men, right? There's got to be a market for us somewhere. So there had to be one woman behind this, she's from Sudan or, somewhere over there. And all the money's funneling right over there. And meanwhile, because I'd noticed also that at first the grammar would be good. And then by about the second time they texted you back, the grammar was completely crappy again. Like, they had to be from Sumatra or something. I'm going to take a drink and take a sip right quick.
Salute, cheers.
We'll be back in a minute.
Cheers. Stop it.
To my special K. You should see this.
How do you stop it? Stop it. You have to press it. Yes.
Stop.
No, press it.
Press what?
Well, I'm not on the inside. I'm not going to get in front. So wherever it says stop.
I don't know if I can stop anywhere. I don't see where it says stop. How about X? That X is out of it, doesn't it? Top left? X?
No, probably not.
No, that'll X out of it. How about pause? There.
It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, it does.
It's not pausing. Is it not? Oh, here it is. What's?
That's an arrow pointing to the right.
Oh, just to give it to someone. You already stopped it. No, you didn't.
No, I didn't.
That's kind of funny. Oh, right here. It's stopped. Does it say right there? Does it say right there?
No, it say flip, mute, hide, FX, pickers, stickers, green screen.
Does it say take a break?
Read, highlight, lightning, close. No.
Highlight video. Do that. No, just kidding. No, it doesn't.
I hate that I didn't pay attention to this.
Yeah, that's the whole point. That's why we're trying to stop. I'm just going to get an exit out of it. I'll exit out. Here, does it say you want to stop, right?
Yes.